Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I just want to do a quick video here on the standing turtle part of Cavico's line of VOTOMS model kits here. So we have taken a look at a couple of versions of the scope dog in the past, but here you can see how this is going to look on the top of the box here. Once again, it's in this very simple sort of SD styling, all molded in green there, as you can see on the runners. I always love the packaging on these, very cool. So around here on the back side, we do also have line art of what that's going to look like, barcode, QR code here. And on the bottom side, it's showing you the 5 included runners. So we've got these 5 little square green runners packaged inside here. And although the kit is small, you can see it certainly looks very nicely detailed, and there's quite a few parts for this little kit. So let's go ahead and pop it open. I love building these. They're super cool, super fun, and definitely recommend you guys to check them out. So you guys have maybe seen kits like this. If you haven't seen my past reviews on the scope dog versions, I have done a number of different videos on the notch-in releases from Cavico as well. So it looks like this is number 25 in their model kit lineup. Here is going to be our runners here, and you have these parts that just kind of hold the runners together like that. Really nice. But first, real quick, taken out of the box here is our instruction manual. So this is the instructions on the inside of there as well. Pretty simple. And the runners are not going to be labeled like runner A, runner B, runner C. For example, the parts are all numbered from 1 to, I'm not exactly sure. Looks like the parts go up to maybe 55 around there. I think that's the largest number I can see on here. We'll see. Let's just go ahead and check out the runners here. So you can just remove these parts from the side pretty easily. So here's our first runner. Next runner there has some parts for the inside. So it looks like it is going to have like a seat on the inside. That's really cool. Was not expecting that. That'll be interesting. Some more parts here for the arms, it looks like, on runner number 3. Runner 4 looks like the parts for the legs and feet, and then a few other different armor panels and little bits on there. Lastly, our 5th runner here is going to be weapons parts, and then parts for around on the head. And yeah, it looks like part 55 is going to be the last one. So 55 parts in total. Looks really nice. Let me go ahead and get this put together and we'll check it out. And on a side note, these parts that are just meant to hold the runners, hang on to these because these actually work really well. I've seen a lot of people use these for custom builds, that you can like glue these onto like the side of a Zaku's shield, for example, and they make for really good holders for like Panzerfaust grenades or something like that. So these can be quite useful little like kit bashing, scratch build little bits, so don't throw those away. Okay, and so here's the kit all built up. Definitely a little floppy, like the arms and legs feel like looser than they did on the scope dog kit for sure. I know there's similar Cavico kits like this, but I really like this one a lot. It definitely has to be, just in terms of just like the build and the design, the overall look of this one of my favorites of this line so far, actually. The detail on it looks really nice, from the eyes there, the shoulder pieces with the little hook detail. Nothing's glued into place too, so there, that just actually came off. That's a good opportunity for me to just point this out to you. That hook detail can actually be pushed through the shoulder. So you can see you're definitely meant to glue that, and ultimately this entire thing really just kind of needs to be glued, although it does have articulation, basically just the arms able to move up and down like that. You have like a little bit of an elbow bend here. I'll show you guys, just like a little bit like that, which I feel like that's backwards. So it seems like it's bending more forward than it is back. I feel like it's probably the same, but anyway, a little tiny bit of an elbow bend. You see a seam line there on the upper arm part, a little seam line there on the forearm, even on the hand there, as well as the hand is just 2 pieces put together. It's a little bit of a seam there, so that, and then the same thing for the legs. So the legs just like a single pieces, and there's no more articulation points other than just the ball joint that the leg is plugged onto the body with. And so yeah, this is definitely the kind of kit where it's really just kind of meant to all be just glued together, you know, glue all the seam lines, glue all the pieces that like to pop off, and then just display it like that. It's definitely just a kind of small display kit, not like a kind of kit that's meant to do any kind of like posing or anything like that. We have its one weapon here, which is just going to be held in the hand. Now you do have 2 holding hands, so if you have any of like the scope dog sets that come with other weapons, if you wanted to give this another weapon from one of those sets, it should all be compatible. That's just held in the hand here. You do have the secondary handle though. Obviously there's no way that it's going to reach around to be able to hold on to that secondary handle. And then the little kickstand stand part here at the back. There's actually 2 different positions where this can be plugged into. One like right in the center of the waist, or you can plug it there more towards the back of the waist, and then that will just kind of be set a little bit further back like that. You can see even the gun keeps falling out of the hand. So I mean, as it is, you really kind of have to see this more for the potential of the kit than really kind of what I'm showing it to you as now, because I mean now you're seeing it just as, you know, all one color, you know, we have pieces falling off and everything, but this is essentially like showing you guys a blank canvas, right? Or I guess maybe more like a paint by number numbers kind of canvas where, you know, it looks okay as it is. It looks kind of interesting. It looks cool. You can see the potential there, but it's definitely going to take a little bit of sanding, a little bit of gluing, a little bit of painting on there to really bring out the full potential of this to have a really nice little display piece. And I think it's going to look really good when it's all done. Another cool gimmick that you do have with this actually is if you take off the head and this part here too, the lid anyway, there we go, like that. You have the seat detail inside there with some nice details there on the inside. Not that that's really going to be very easy to see. I guess you could like maybe try to set this, let's see. I think you would probably have to modify it, but you could like see those little raised details there at the back, like cut those down at like a little bit of a different angle and then set this in here like that and just then basically glued that in place. You could have this opened up like that so that it was actually showing off the inner detail there. I think could also be kind of cool. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this little guy. There's not really too much else to say about this, and not really too much that I can show you in the way of posing it either. Obviously, it's just not really going to pose at all. Just kind of, it is what it is, and that's all there is to it. But I really like these kits. They're a lot of fun. Again, if you were looking for something that just is like a small, simple little display piece of a mecha that you like, then these are really fun. This is not going to do a whole lot. You can't do like cool pose. I mean, you could certainly modify this to doing a cool pose. I think that actually might be quite interesting, but you know, as it is, it's not going to do very much, but it looks great. It's very cute, very cool, and I think that for that reason alone, I can recommend this to you guys. But it's not going to be for everyone. I mean, that they're not like the cheapest things. They're pretty cheap, of course, but I mean, if you could get this, or you could get like an entry grade, or even like a cheaper end, like high grade Gundam kit for the same price, understandably, that would be a lot more appealing, I think, to a lot of people. But if you're a fan of VOTOMS or just like a fan of this type of little mecha kit like this, then definitely something that I could recommend you guys to check out. So yeah, if you've missed any of my past reviews on some of the VOTOMS releases or the Nachin releases from Cavico as part of their Choipla line here, definitely check those out. Really cool, fun little kits. But that's about it for this one. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I enjoyed this one quite a bit, but I'm always anxious to hear what you guys have to say about it. And if you want to check out some more awesome mecha model kits, including some of the Cavico releases and many, many more mecha kits available there on the website, you can check the link in the video description down there below to USA Gundam Store. Got all sorts of great stuff there on the site, so check that out. And as always, thank you guys so much for all of your support, leaving a like if you enjoyed the video, making sure that you're subscribed to not miss out on any future videos. And until next time, hope y'all are having a great day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.